Hi guys, welcome back to FoolCraft 3. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I upgraded the stairs, and by upgraded I mean I just put half blocks on the side of it so it looks a little bit more cohesive. Can I stop falling into holes every 2 seconds? Thanks. I also got this sword right here. It's pretty good. I got it from Mega Loot. I changed the skin with the cosmetic skin changing McGee. Because I don't know, this one looks a bit cooler, I think. It's got some fucking crazy stats. All the enchantments, obviously, I just switched off from my web sword, and those are all the stupid fucking things I got. I actually made a bunch of the upgrade modifiers, or whatever they're called, the upgrade tokens, and threw them onto there just because I want to see if I could like some super sword. And I think I did a pretty good job accomplishing my goal here. Let's just hop off it. I also did these fucking trees, mate. I did the exact same thing with those stairs over here that I did over here. So it looks a little bit nicer. Still kind of looks terrible, but what are you going to do? Also, it seems like Endermen are actively taking blocks from the side of that mountain, but I'm ignoring it for now. Today, we're starting off right-clicking dirt, of course. Not really. What we're actually going to be doing is automating endo flames really quickly. This is a super simple process. I'm actually going to get into Botania today. That's the goal if you didn't pick that up. So I've got these endo flames hooked up to these mana spreaders, these onto these, etc. These guys are obviously pointing into this middle one, and then these ones are pointing to these. And this is going to be the one that's going to point into my Runic altar when I finally get it. Down here I've just got a hole, but this is a really simple automation, I feel. So these guys burn for 16,000 ticks, which is nuts. But the way endo flames work is they will burn something, or at least they'll like process it for double the amount of time that takes for that burnable item's tick rate to wear off. So this would be 32,000 ticks in this case. Hopefully that made sense. Probably didn't, but whatever. So first step is to get my timer out. Let's grab this guy as well. Actually, let's move it back one block. There we go. Do I have a lever? I do. Let's just break this. That works. Okay, so I can turn this thing off now. We're going to need this to be 32,000 ticks. Let's turn it off for now. I could have sworn it showed the tick it's currently at on well, oh no, I guess this is Wayla and not the one probe, so that makes a bit more sense. And then all we need to do is just have this thing flash 4 times to export 4 blocks, because I want this thing to pulse 4 times, and I can just put like half a stack into either of these, and then I just need to hook it up with redstone conduit, which I should have in here, and I do. Wonderful. Actually, I just need this. Get out of here. Okay. What? No, stop that. Why did I connect to the dirt block? There we go. So those are already input. Probably need to switch these to red. I do. Cool. And that should be it all automated now. It's really quick and simple. Oh, it's already making it. Look at that. Did it pulse more than once? Wait, what happened? Wait, how many is this? Did it just fucking... Oh, this is on deactivation. I'm stupid. Hold up. Can I use these to make torches? That might be a waste. Hold up. Can I make torches with it? I fucking can't. Okay, hold up. We're going back. That was stupid of me. I probably should have checked if that was in deactivation mode or not. Okay. Problem hopefully aborted now. We can dream. Oh, there's a slime here. Oh, okay. Let's maybe not be in that area for a hot second and sleep real quick. I'm back, and now there's at least 1,000 creepers all congregating in the swamp. I'm not quite sure why there's so many. Like, literally just look at the shenanigans. There's 5 right there. I don't even know how to describe this situation. I'm just gonna kill them all. Don't blow up. Please don't. You can leave too, spider. Okay. Problem a bit more aborted. Literally, there's like 7 creepers in like a 3-chunk radius. What is this shite? Can these guys even hurt me? No? Okay, that's cool. Let's just get rid of the problem. Have I never killed a slime before? That's some shenanigans. I have definitely killed slimes. Oh no, I killed pink slimes. I've never actually killed like vanilla slimes. Okay, let's just do that, because who cares? So, these guys are still running. I'm gonna need to wait till they actually wear off, because I don't want this thing throwing items onto the ground and then just having them despawn after a while. That's counterproductive. So let's turn these guys onto pulse mode so that they actually work the way I want them to work. Throw these guys in the middle, and now this should make tons and tons of mana, which is all congregating there. And hopefully, let's actually see if we've got enough to make a mana diamond for the Runic altar. The goal for today, in the end, is to make the Runic altar automation. I don't know how good that will work, but we'll see. Actually, is a pearl less mana? That's a good question. Let's check. That's about that much. That's about that much. So a pearl would be less. Okay. How about let's make a mana pearl, huh? Hopefully have enough for that at least. Probably don't, because we literally had this thing running for like 2 seconds. Oh, I already do. Can I make a diamond as well? Whack. Well, there we go. I guess we've got the stuff to make a Runic altar now. Do I remember the recipe? It's not a chair. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Runic altar. Let's throw it here. And why am I in there? What am I doing? I'm grabbing spreaders. Do I have spreaders in here? Where are my spreaders? Are they all over there? They're all over there. Okay, got a spreader now. Let's throw this guy here. And where's my wand? Can I actually hook my wand up to my morphing tool? I could have sworn you could. Hold on. Oh, you can. Awesome. That works. Super conveniently then. Okay. So I've got mana to this thing now. I really don't want to be using, and what are these called? Endo flames for that long. The end goal, at least for me, is I want to get the Shulkme knots. But I think that's post Elven. I think. Oh, it's post Gaia. I didn't know that. Okay, well maybe the whole point of that is worthless, because I'm trying to just speed run my way through Botania. I've done it so many times, I just don't give a shit anymore. It's kind of boring to me. I've exhausted all its content. These guys still going. I really wish there was some way of knowing how long these guys had left, but I digress. So I guess, what should we do for generating flowers now? What can we do? Conveniently, I'm already on this page. Munch dews, maybe? I've never actually used those. I think I'm pretty sure they eat leaves. Maybe? I don't know how much mana they actually make, though, because I could, like, just put a bunch of droppers down, or not droppers, block placers, and then hook up some, like, bonsai trees and have all their leaves just go into there. What other options do we have? Entropominium. Oh, that's TNT. That actually might be fun. Gormoralis. I've used that so many times. That's definitely no. Hydrangeas. Or hydrangeas. Hell no. That's literally just place it next to water. Narslimus. I've used this before. It does not make a ton of mana. It makes like none. So that's kind of a no. Rosa Arcana is really laggy. Do we have open blocks? We do. Okay, Rosa Arcana is definitely possible. That might be food for thought, because there's the experience. What is it even called? I think maybe mob grinding utils has something similar to what I'm thinking of, but there's like a faucet. What is it called? Does mob grinding utils have what I'm thinking of? This thing, the XP tab. I'm pretty sure open blocks has something similar to that as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think Thermalily is the same thing as the hydrangea, just as water. Maybe let's do Entropominiums. Wrath and Fire, huh? Wrath is tier 2, so that's not that bad. No, that's tier 3. What am I talking about? Okay. Well, for the end game, let's say we're going to do Entropominiums just to be interesting. But now I think it's time to actually automate this altar. And I'm going to do it in a similar way that I did with the Nether Stars, where I'm just going to have it dump items into an ender chest and then process it from there. Because that honestly just seems like the easiest method. So I'm going to work on getting some stuff. Where do these seeds come from? Someone's giving me seeds. Thanks, pal. I'm going to work on actually getting some stuff prepared that we're going to need for this. It's going to be a pretty similar automation to the, what's it called, Ultimate Ingots probably. But yeah, I'll be right back. Two things real quick, guys. One, I've automated this thing, and it took me about an hour, and I'll explain why. And two, I was wrong about this thing. It doesn't take double the tick time. It actually takes half. So I set this thing to 8,000 now, and it's working just fine. Making tons and tons of mana, which is nice. But let me explain this automation and what went wrong and what went right with it. So first off, the first method I was using, was as follows. I basically put items onto here, but I had the iron bar system where I only put items into this. But the problem I faced with that was there's times when you're crafting a rune where it only crafts like, I don't know, like if you're crafting a Rune of Wrath, for example, I don't know if this actually happens, but like it won't consume the runes that it uses within the craft. So once you actually craft the Rune of Wrath, it also gives you back the Rune of Earth and Winter, which means that it would have like 3 unique items that would all be placed in my output chest at once. Obviously, that would cause some problems because that means that I need to get all of those out, and then I also need to get out the single iron bar that I placed in the chest as well for it to work. And that all worked. I figured out a system to do all of it, but it just didn't work because of inconsistencies with just tick timings. Like it would extract all of the items in the output chest, but then it wouldn't extract the bars, or sometimes it would extract the bars, other times it wouldn't, that type of shit. And it took me a really long time. I was getting frustrated. I recorded a pretty long clip that took up basically the entire episode of basically just the failures of it. And then I brainstormed a bit. I realized, hey, wait, does this altar actually give off a signal when it's done with a craft or when a craft is in progress? Turns out it does, and shit, I just fucking tabbed out. I really need to turn on... Actually, this keyboard I'm using, my recording one, doesn't have a Windows key lock, so hopefully I don't do that a bunch. But yeah, this is how the automation works. Puts items into here. This is on blocking mode. It only extracts 1 item at a time. That is the important part. And it only puts in 1 item at a time. And then it just places all of them here. The living rod goes in here and throws onto the altar. This guy, however, it only extracts items from this chest when there's nothing here. So it will get to a point where it doesn't extract anymore, like there will be an item here, but it can't actually put it onto the altar because this is in progress. So you guys just saw it in action. I can actually correctly set the filter, or no, I can't. I have to get the items out of the output chest. I think I've got this whole thing set up. I don't know if it'll work with the higher tier runes, but I assume it will. But this just has to be an ender chest now. Where's my... There it is. So basically this should complete the automation. I just gotta go back to my base now and find this guy. I set it to cobblestone just so I could run it without having to worry about it. But I can now set this to runes of water. There we go. And I just have to put that into this chest. And it should work. I'm going to set up some other recipes, and then I'll attempt to do a full demo of the setup and probably explain in further detail, because, I don't know, not the greatest explanation, to say the least. But it's actually a lot simpler than I expected it to be. I think this is the most compact I've gotten my setup, like, ever. I can't fucking believe that just happened. I literally cannot fucking believe that just happened. I'm getting a mega torch over here. Fucking creepered. Actually just fucking creepered. Oh my god. So I've set up some runes. I've got all the basic like mana, earth, water, air, fire, that sort of stuff done. I also just made the Rune of Summer. Looks like I can make 10 of them. This is going to be a slow process, but I just want to see if it'll actually work or not. So let's start that craft. Let's go over to our Botania area. I did in fact add this. There's no fucking way I'm letting the creeper blow up my entire setup again. So as you can see, everything for the next craft is still all in this chest. Nothing has extracted into this thing yet, because this is still going on. But once this actually finishes, it should in fact start this next craft. And I'm honestly like really impressed in how efficient this is, because like my last setup was massive, and the one I actually had before this in the same world, like my testing one, was massive. So like regardless of these working quote unquote the same, this one actually works, and it's like 2 times as small. Okay, there's 2 living rock there. Living rock isn't that big a deal that it's there. Oh, it's like continuously having. Is that 2 right now still? Oh no, it is just 1. Wait. I am so lost. Huh? Was that just a visual glitch, or am I freaking out here? It looks like everything's working though, right? We're actively just burning through our mana here. This looks like... Oh, we just went through another run there. Yeah, everything looks like it's still working just fine. This is in here, but surprisingly the Runic altar is smart enough not to let it put it on unless this thing actually is empty, which means I don't have to put another conduit here saying that you can only work when you don't have a signal. I could do that, but it's honestly not necessary. But yeah, this all works now. I'll just go ahead and explain this once more. This thing extracts items. It only extracts it when there's no signal. This thing gives a signal when this is in the middle of a craft. This thing inserts with a priority of 0. It only lets stuff go into this first slot so that it only right clicks with these first items. So it's a 1 at a time thing. It doesn't just dump everything at once. These are here just to stop items from going into these slots, hence the more 1 at a time thing. This thing inserts the bars, not the bars, the living rock at a priority of 1 so that it always goes there regardless. Yeah, no, it looks like that's just a visual glitch because there's definitely not 2 there. And that's basically the setup there. There's really nothing else to it. I didn't use anything underground. This just the vacuum chest just has a filter with all of the different runes I'm just adding on as I make them. I also have Chunkler down here now, and it literally just extracts into this chest, which just puts it back into the system. And then over on the ME side of things, I put this right next to our nether star chest. Literally just dumps it into this ender chest, and then it just works. So that's that. I think this is the simplest I've ever made a rune automation, and I'm a big fan of it. Let's cancel these crafts. Those were just the items I use as placeholders, so I could send in a craft without having to actually make it myself. But yeah, it looks like this is all working. I'm just going to cancel this because I don't particularly need 10 runes of summer. Probably will at some point, but not right now. And that's basically that. I think it's time to upgrade, not upgrade, but what would you say? Make this place look a bit prettier, because right now it looks kind of stupid. So in other words, time to build, which will hopefully turn out nice. This is build number 1. I've switched out these drawers for some frame drawers so they look a bit better, and I've just basically used some living rock here for the build. I think it looks pretty good. I also extended this path and put some living plank slabs here for it, and it leads all the way down here. Just have 2 builds left, one being this guy obviously, and then not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this still. Because obviously my mana setup is going to be bigger than this, but I think I'm just going to expand as I go and be a bit natural about it. So I'm probably going to just build some building of some sort right here. We'll see. Okay, so I've got build number 2 done. This is what I've done for the Petal Apothecary. I think it looks pretty neat. Did a bit of detailing with stairs in the back as well. I think it looks pretty cool. Also got this wall up here just kind of connected together. I don't know if I'm going to keep making walls though. But now we've just got this final thing, and I've upgraded these guys to their floating variants. You just combine them with a floating flower, which is just this, not too complicated. But now I need to actually make this thing, which is going to be a bit hard. I'm just going to stick with the living rock theme because it's just what I'm doing. Maybe I'll implement some living wood with this one so that it kind of contrasts with all of the spreaders I've got. So for this building, I'm not particularly fond of the structure, I would say, but well, I am. Well, sorry, the opposite of that. I like the structure of this place. I like what I've done with it on the outside. I've got some nice linings here so that the blue's not incredibly intrusive. Still kind of is, but whatever. Got not elf glass, mana glass up here, which apparently is illuminant. Didn't know that. The only thing that really peeves me about this place is, one, it's a clusterfuck, and two, well, the clusterfuck I can't really fix, and two is it's off center. Like, if I just shifted everything over one block, it would be so much better. But here we are, I suppose. I might do that at some point, but for now I'm just gonna stick with it because this is what I've got. It's kind of inside of the tree, and I might do a wall going like around this tree and over to here. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna work on that real quick. I think that'd look cool. I think I'm more or less done with the Botania area for now, and walking through this path, actually let's just take off my speed ring because it's a bit of an annoyance, but it's like walking through this path is pretty nice, honestly. Like, this is more or less what I was looking for. Maybe I'll spread some flowers around. There's kind of a lacking of life over here. Maybe I'll actually grow some mushrooms too. That might look neat. But the wall honestly adds a lot to it, I feel. And it's like walking through here just feels very alive. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, especially over here. Oop, lag. That was odd. But yeah, I think this is more or less the Botania area done for now. I'm obviously going to work on it some more in the future, like when I actually make my Anthropominiums. I'm also going to finish up the rest of the rune patterns that I need for next episode. But yeah, I hope you guys couldn't hear my dog just bark there. Lied, I'm actually not done with the Botania area for now, or at least I wasn't. I think I'm done now. I basically just planted a bunch of flowers and some grass. I think it looks a lot nicer now. I spruced up this a bit. I added some blue concrete facades just to make some more color in all these builds. And then I also finally bit the bullet and I moved everything over a block. This stuff still kind of cuts into the edge, but I'm fine with that. It doesn't look too bad. But this stuff was like the big problem. And I moved this over. This automation's so compact, so it's really easy to do that. And then I just moved all the mana pool stuff over. This is still transferring all the mana from this pool, because I basically had to move this pool that was right here and then put all the mana into this pool that I moved over here, and now I'm transferring all the mana from this pool that I just transferred all the way over here. Actually, I want to know if I could use a mana pump here. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's turn this guy on. I turned off the endo flames temporarily so that I wouldn't waste mana while I was doing this process. So I guess those will turn on eventually. But that's that. Let's check up on environmental tech real quick. Hey skeleton, you can die. Thanks, pal. This hasn't changed the whole time. I'm on tier 4 now. I've got full accuracy modifiers from all the mica I got. I got like 100 mica or something, and I don't think I'll need any more than that, so I haven't really continued doing it. Still just mining for crystals. The setup is the exact same, basically. I just keep adding more crystals to this filter as I get them. Right now we're trying to get tons of ionite, and I'm still, of course, making tons of power. This guy's making like none, but I think it makes around 12,000, and this guy uses like only 1,000. So it's not bad at all. And then over here, we can actually check. That's my progress on our crystals thus far. Not too bad. I think we probably have enough for tier 5. I don't actually know how many we need, but it's not incredibly important. And I've also started working on singularities. You probably saw this a couple of times, but I'm basically just putting 1,000 of whatever into this drawer, and then it just puts it into this guy, which has an ultimate catalyst. Just put 1,000 of an item into it, and then it gives you a singularity. I've got a list of everything that I need singularities wise. Like, I've got a notepad file on my phone, but you can just check this out. I've only made 5 thus far. There's probably like 30 of them. So let's just make this by the end of the day. That's not going to be too hard. Actually, it is, because there's one thing here that's going to be a bitch, and that's probably what's going to be next episode's task, and it's brass. And brass is normally really easy, but in this pack, there's only one type of brass, that being from FoolCraft, And I've got two methods of doing that. One, I could start Thaumcraft and do it with the Crucible crafting, but that'll take literally forever to get 1,000 of them. Or I can start Foundry and I can just alloy it. And I think that's the proper solution. So it's basically just aluminum and copper, and that gets me brass. Looks like 3 to 1. So that's probably the project for next episode. I'll probably make a building for Foundry, but I don't think it's too complicated. The only thing I'm worried about with Foundry is that's really slow. Like, really slow. Let's just make a bunch of this refractory clay real quick. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. I know it's a bit short, but I don't have a whole lot of time to actually record. My work schedule is pretty hectic, so I hope you guys understand that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. Have a good rest of your day.